Today is the day that we get on the road back down to Florida for the winter. Craziness in Louisville. All right. It was a doozy of a drive day today. They had to make a cut all the way down there. Remove this panel. They removed the entire bedroom slide. They moved the entire front cap.
When we were in Chattanooga, the opposite side, there was a semi.
Oh yeah.
That caught on fire. Like the whole front part of it was no longer, and the first half of whatever it was carrying was gone.
Well, good morning to you. Today is the day that we get on the road back down to Florida for the winter. We picked up our rig. Everything is fixed that we wanted fixed. I wish I could show you that right now, but right now we're in a little bit of a hurry because we've got to get what we have left in the Airbnb packed up inside the RV so we can get on the road, because we've got about at least a 5.5 hour drive today. So don't worry, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to show you exactly what they did, but first we've got to get packed up. So here we go. Okie doke. So we have the rig all packed up. We're hitched up. We are pretty much ready to go. We're doing our final walkthrough of the Airbnb right now, and then we'll hit the road. You guys, this was a great stay. Really, truly amazing. Super quiet, super safe. Again, you're surrounded by the Amish, which is a wonderful thing. Crime rate is super, super low. And so I would just totally recommend this place. What about you, baby?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Plenty of space, so quiet. There was plenty, I think, to do in the area too. So to go explore while you're waiting for the RV to be done. I loved it. Absolutely loved it here.
Yeah, if you know what we'll do, we'll put a link to this place in the description in case you want to stay here. Highly recommend it. Well, I think that's it. How are we looking, babe?
Yeah, we're just gonna put this in the washer like they asked, and we'll...
Great. Okay, time to load up and get on the road. Not a bad drive so far. We are about, I don't know, 65 miles out of Indianapolis on the north side. One thing I've noticed is the truck is riding a lot better. Now, I don't think that has to do with the repairs that were made to the trailer. In fact, I don't think that's that at all. What I think it is, I was thinking about this for a while and I finally decided to do this. So back in July, when we bought new tires, I decided to run the back tires on the truck a little bit lower at around 70 PSI to see if that would give the truck a little bit better ride, because it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I've been running it that way ever since July. And so I've left it that way, and I don't know, it's been a pretty rough ride. But what I've noticed now is, so let me back up. So what I decided to do the other day was, I was like, well, this is a dually truck, so let me go ahead, let me air up the back tires to where they're probably supposed to be, which is max cold, 80 PSI on these tires, and see if that improves the ride. By the way, this is a 12-ply tire, so it's pretty rigid sidewall. And I gotta tell you, the ride is
So much better.
It's been much better on this road. So I guess that's something for you. If you have a dually truck and you have aftermarket tires, and you're running your pressure a little lower and you got a little bit of a rough ride, try airing them up to max cold. See what that does.
Yes,
It's helped us a lot.
A lot.
Significantly. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Making pretty good time. We still got 3 hours, 30 minutes left and 212 miles. So,
For this first day.
right, it's the first day.
I kind of loaded us up because I did like the planning. So I loaded us up on the front end so that the back end was a little bit shorter drives.
Well, kind of.
I mean, shorter than this first part of getting down there. So,
But
just ready to be down there and just kind of chill for a little bit.
down to Florida, yep.
So,
Get ready to settle for the winter and just kind of settle. We got a little bit of travel fatigue going on, I think. So, it'd be nice to just settle in one place for a little while. But anyway, we're going to keep on keeping on. And that's the update for now. Okay. Just craziness in Louisville. You have to go over this bridge if you want to avoid the toll, and the lanes are really narrow, and then you got to go through the city, and then you got to get back on 65 South. And as I was getting back on 65 South, I was accelerating to get over, and I got over, and then a little further up, I learned that there was traffic. So I literally
almost plowed into this truck in front of us.
Almost plowed right into the back, but I didn't. Everything's fine. Nobody plowed in the back of us either, so that's good. Wow, near miss there. In other news, we have a check engine light again. If you're new here to the channel, a few episodes back, while we were in Tennessee, we had a check engine light come on, and we had to get some maintenance done while we were in Tennessee. So we'll have to check that out as soon as we get to our next destination. The good news is I did buy an OBD2 scanner for this situation, so that's the plus. So I'll break that out as soon as we get there and see what the code's reading, see what kind of action we got going on. The truck's not acting funny, so that's the plus. So anyway, we got about 40 minutes till we get there, and a little bit of rain, nothing major.
But it's warmer, so I was looking at the bright side.
Yeah, 66, no big deal. Yeah. But and traffic, so now we're just making our way.
Yeah, traffic isn't fun, and it's a Sunday like evening, so it looks like rush hour traffic, but obviously like it's Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what's going on, but all right, we'll see you in Elizabethtown. All right, it was a doozy of a drive day today. I guess slamming on the brakes did not do any good for us. So first of all, Steph, tell us what happened.
So
hold on, let me get the camera. Go ahead.
When I came in, the first thing I noticed is that there was water everywhere, and then I was like, oh my gosh, why is everything wet? Is like something leaking? Because it was raining while we were driving. So then when I walked further this way, we had like this distilled water, and normally nothing happens because it's in the container, and I guess it busted open and there was water everywhere. My daughter, her drawer came out.
I'll explain this. Apparently, these came out of my little cubby, and with these humongous bins that fall on top, broke it. And now my pencils and markers were everywhere. So there you go.
Yeah. So, like I said, quite a drive day. Apparently the couch cushions were on the floor as well.
And this opened, which has never happened.
Oh, the backing opened too?
Yes.
Yeah. Quite a day. Quite a day. And then also, the bathroom light wouldn't turn on. So I guess there was a fuse blown. That was easy fix. Oh, and the way we're parked, the stairs won't reach the ground, so we had to like rig that up. So it's been awesome. It's been fun.
No.
And we still have to flush out all the RV winter eyes.
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze, that's it. Yeah. And then we've got to eat and shower and get all that stuff done. So
Well, I'm not showering until
it's been fun.
tomorrow now.
Okay, we'll holler at you tomorrow. Good morning. So we got a peaceful night's rest, but I just wanted to show you our step situation I was talking about last night. We had to get creative in order to make the steps work. And sometimes this is what you got to do. So keep that in mind when you're traveling. You got to have some extra stuff on hand sometimes. We're almost ready. We got slides in and everything. We got fuel, and we're about to get packed up and get back on the road. I did want to talk about the repairs quickly because I promised you guys that, so I want to make good on that promise. So, all right, if we come around to this is where the repair was. This piece right here on the bedroom slide, okay? This is the front of the fifth wheel here. This is the repair that needed to be done right here. Now, there might have been other stuff on the inside that needed to be fixed, but this was the main piece on the inside of the bedroom that you could see where the weld had broken, okay? Now, what they had to do is they had to remove the bedroom slide completely, pull it out, and if you look on the top, you now see a little sliver of black up there. So what that means is they had to cut this entire panel. They had to make a cut all the way down there, remove this panel. They removed the entire bedroom slide. They moved the entire front cap off the rig. And what they did is, what he told me is there's a 5-inch beam right here and a 3-inch beam that runs vertical right here. He said what they do is they redo every single weld inside the wall to make sure that's good. And then what they do is they put a gusset, they weld a gusset right here from this beam to this beam right here. They weld a gusset right there to make sure that that is shored up. And then they put everything back together. The other things we had them look at were the fridge. It seemed to move on travel days, and so we had them look at that, and all they did was they resecured it. So they put a piece of wood on the top and made sure that it doesn't move anymore. That's a good thing. And I'm drawing a blank. What else did we have them look at?
The slide seal.
Slide
on
seal.
The one side.
Okay. That's right. If you remember in back episodes or past episodes, on this slide right here on the door side to the rig, this slide seal it kept coming loose, and so it would just slide down. So they resecured that for us. They put a screw on the top part of the slide seal, and they also put a screw here in the bottom, and then they recocked it on the side, and so now that's good to go. That does it for repairs. Now, time will tell whether this stuff will hold up or not. And that's all you can really do, right? Is see. So anyway, we're going to get packed up here and get on the road and hopefully make it down to the very tip-top part of Georgia. So here we go. All right. Everything's packed up. We're hitched up. We're ready to go. We're about to pull out. But I just want to talk to you about the check engine light that came on yesterday as well. So I checked that with the OBD2 scanner, and it's the same exact code that came on the last time, which is when we were in Tennessee. And it has to do with exhaust pressure. Okay, I don't want to get into too many details, but essentially there's something going on with the exhaust pressure. Basically, there's a signal that is sent to the control module that says the exhaust pressure is not correct, which essentially affects fuel emissions. And that's why that light comes on. Now, here's the interesting part. We went to get fuel this morning, and on the way back, after fueling up, the engine light turned off again. So I don't think it's a serious problem at this point, and to be quite honest, we don't really have time to diagnose it and take it in. So we're not going to mess with it right now. I think once we get down to Florida, we'll take it in and get it looked at. So we're just going to get on the road. Mm-hmm. And if the truck starts acting funny, then yes, we'll have to shift plans. But the truck, again, does not feel different to me at all. So I'm gonna keep going. All right, let's do it. Let's get on the road.
To take a minute and come on here because we're at the end of our long travel. So we're gonna winter in Florida for 4 months, and this is the longest I've ever been a passenger in a vehicle. And one thing that was alarming, or that is alarming to me, is as a passenger I get to observe, you know, other drivers on the highway and on the roads. There are so many people on their phones, right? How many times?
I guess you tell me.
How many times have I been like, oh my gosh, they're on their phone?
A lot.
It's scary, and like I noticed it right away because they're veering out of their lane, and so every time we pull up next to that vehicle, they're on their phone. It's just insane. I just never noticed it before, and just be careful out there because there's a ridiculous amount of people that are on their phones. I don't know, it's crazy.
Welcome to Georgia. Georgia?
Northern Georgia.
Northern Georgia. This park is awesome. Hawkins Point RV Park in Rossville, Georgia. This is a great park. They're about four years old. Nice place. Stephanie hooked us up. She got us the best site in the whole place. It's on the edge, as you can see, and our door faces
nature,
which is amazing. So we love it. Yeah, we made it. The ride itself wasn't too bad. We actually got really lucky with traffic all the whole way through Nashville and through Chattanooga. Not too bad.
When we were in Chattanooga, the opposite side, there was a semi.
Oh yeah.
That I caught on fire. Like the whole front part of it was no longer, and the first half of whatever it was carrying was gone.
Well, it's basically the front cap of that trailer.
Oh my.
So
it
that
was-
the truck is gone, burnt to the ground.
Oh gosh, it was awful.
So I hope the driver's okay. I really do.
Yeah, we
I
don't.
hope the driver was able to get out. But traffic was backed up for
Miles and miles.
Miles and miles.
Miles.
and
So
so
we got very lucky that
We
we
did.
were on the opposite side of that. But I do feel bad. I'm like, man, I hope whoever was there, they made it out. Because I've never seen anything like that. So for me, I was like, I didn't realize that a truck could catch on fire like that. Like completely just decimated. Didn't even know that
well,
was...
yeah. I mean, there's a lot to a vehicle, right? You've got wires and stuff like that. I mean, you know, lots of things can happen, and so this is why it's important to carry, even for you. Okay, carry multiple fire extinguishers, especially for your RV. And then if you have a tow vehicle, keep one in your tow vehicle also. You never know.
Yeah, we have one in
We
the
have
truck.
one in ours. So, and that's not just for us too. If you see somebody's
on the
vehicle
side of the
burning
road.
on the side of the road and
Yeah.
you've got one and you're able to pull over,
You can help them.
you can help them. So,
Yeah.
yeah, fire extinguishers are good. Make sure you carry one. And there's all different options nowadays, right? You don't just have to carry the huge ones anymore. So, but yeah, we made it. The owners of this place are awesome.
They're
Very nice
fantastic.
people.
I want to give a big shout out to this place. Like,
Yeah.
I really want people to support. It's just,
It's a great place.
it really
It's a
is.
great
And they
place.
have everything. They have storage. They have climate controlled storage. They have covered storage.
Excuse
God
me.
bless you. Covered storage, climate controlled storage.
Yes.
Her and her husband or her partner, I'm not sure, they full time also.
Full-time
And
travel.
so I feel like they just thought about it, like they get
Well, they
it.
don't full-time. They obviously have the business, but they travel. So they take long trips a lot.
So they think of all the things because they do it. So
But the park itself is beautiful too. Very
Yeah.
well kept and nice. So
and they have the cutest dog that greets you when you walk in. Her name is Marley. She's the sweetest. So I want to
is-
give
yeah.
a big shout out to Marley.
Yeah.
She's a little doll.
Yeah, beautiful dog. But
Yeah, this
we did.
park.
We're about halfway, okay, or halfway down to Florida at this point. So we've decided we're gonna end the video right here. Because if we tried to do the entire episode or the entire trip on this episode, it would have been really, really long. So
So next time you see us, hopefully
yeah.
we'll be lounging in front of the pool in Florida
yeah.
in warm weather.
Maybe in my mankini. I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's what the plan is, at least.
I didn't mean to put that image in your head, but a little excited to get down there.
So
Right. Well, thanks for coming along on the journey. Thanks for the support.
been so much fun. It's going to be nice to just hang out. For
It
a
hasn't
little
been fun. I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't been that much fun.
bit. Which part?
That last stop in Kentucky was not that much fun.
Oh yeah, that one wasn't. But I mean, like the overall journey. Like
Oh, the overall. You mean the
like,
big picture?
The big
Oh,
picture.
yeah, of
The big
course.
picture's been awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Even with all like the hiccups that we've obviously been following us, you know, we've had hiccups that we've had to work through, but I still love it. I still think it's like
That's just part of the game, though.
the best way to like see the United States. It's just been, I'm looking forward to decompressing for a couple months, but then I'm sure at the end of 4 months I'm gonna be like, all right, we have some big plans for our next big, I guess, travel. So excited about it.
Yep. Well, I guess this is where we say goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe so that you are alerted for next week's video and future
we
videos.
have a lot of projects that we're going to be working on too. So even though we're like decompressing for 4 months, like we're not going to stop doing things. Like we have some projects that we're going to be
Oh
doing.
no, we definitely have some
Yeah.
things to work on with the truck
So-
and the RV. So
So stay
and some
tuned for
adventures
those.
too in Florida.
Yeah.
So.
So stay tuned for those too.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I think that's it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.